So right after we released episode number 20, which what was that, on the 3rd, I think, something like that.
It was?
Yeah, we totally realized that we missed out on an opportunity, Amanda. What was it?
May the 4th be with you.
Revenge of the 5th.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, we could have had a lot of fun with that, but I guess maybe we'll have to put it on the calendar and do it again next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I guess not again, but do something with May the 4th or May the 5th. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. The wife and I went out to grab some food last night, and we're like sitting here and we're like, what do we want to go out and eat? And we're like, we haven't had Mexican for a little bit. And so we got in the truck and we drove to our favorite Mexican joint. Packed, not a place to park. And I'm like, all right, so we'll go to our next favorite. Packed, no place to park. Then we realized it was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
I'm like, and my wife's like, what, people go out and eat Mexican because it's Cinco de Mayo? I'm like, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Of course they do.
Yeah, that was...
It's their holiday.
I guess.
Dad, did you go out for Cinco de Mayo? Did you get some tacos, margaritas?
I did. I didn't go get tacos, but I went out.
Okay, that would be a no. That would be a no.
That would be a huge no.
I didn't have any Mexican food, if that's what you're going for.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. Yeah.
I would say no.
Yeah. We were going to go get churros out at the corner because they set up shop out on the corner. We didn't.
in a street truck?
Yeah. There's all sorts of street trucks and tents, and they just sell tamales and... Is that how you say it? Tamales? Tamales?
I don't know. Tamales?
I don't know. Tacos, churros, all that stuff. But we decided not to.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. I'm your host, Tim, and with me, as always, we have the great equalizer. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. That is our father, Rick, the master of musicians. Hi, how you doing, Rick?
Yep, how are you? How's everybody?
Yeah, I guess good. And then, of course, you can't see this because you're only listening, but we're on Zoom, and it's Amanda on the bottom just waiting for her turn to talk because that's what she likes to do. How are you doing, Amanda?
Good. Doing great. I didn't get to say my typical hello because I'm trying to do different forms of hello. So Let me say, hello, governor.
Hello. Oh, jeez. I like it. I think it's neat. It's fun.
Yeah. No, well, the coronation was just this morning.
The what?
The coronation of King Charles III. Whatever.
Oh,
anyway, yeah.
Yep. That's right, because I think
trying to fit in with the theme.
Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift were there or something. I don't
Were they?
I don't know. I
didn't even watch it.
Oh yeah, why I didn't either.
Nah.
So hey, this is really cool. I've always wanted one, but I never just went for it, and then finally I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get one. So I bought a countertop ice maker, and it makes lots of ice. I love it because our refrigerator can't keep up. It was only $100, and it just...
Is it like crushed ice?
It's like more like they come out in like a bullet shape.
Oh, okay.
But it's really awesome because it sits there and it dumps like 9 cubes of ice or something like that, or bullets of ice every 6 minutes. And it's the perfect amount of ice to fill up my water bottle. And now I don't have to worry about the ice maker in the fridge being out of ice, which it always is because that's my wife uses that. So I use the countertop ice maker. I absolutely love it. And then, of course, the equalizer, the great equalizer, bought something as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Are you referring to me?
Well, yeah, that's what happened during the
It's not me. I don't even know what an equalizer is.
The great equalizer.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it now. Duh. It took me a little while to catch on. Thanks. No, I changed out the mic, as everybody knows. I changed out my mic last podcast, and I said it to everybody. I was going to get an equalizer, a 15-band equalizer from Behringer. Well, it finally came in, but I don't have it hooked up yet. So I plan on doing that this probably next weekend or so, and it should be ready for the next podcast.
Yep, I ordered a set of rails for it's a 6-unit rail set for the box that you keep your all your rack mount stuff in. So
Right.
Tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably run by the hardware store, pick up the wood for that, get that built. So get that to you pretty quick.
Okay.
So that'll be pretty cool. And then I'm going to get the 4-unit back, right? Or are you going to keep that?
No, you can have it back.
Okay, because then I'll take my 4-unit and then combine it with your 4-unit and then have 8, even though I don't need 8.
Right. I just need, it's filled up right now. It's a 4U rack, and it's filled up right now. And being that I have I have the Behringer rack equalizer, it's needing another slot in there. So I figured I'd go for 6 this time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hopefully I'll have it by the next podcast working.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how that turns out. Because if it turns out well, if it works, I'll probably end up picking up one for myself.
Right. So I should be able to go from a really deep voice like Darth Vader all the way up to
Darth Vader.
Yeah, Darth Vader. And then I should be able to really get the treble out.
I
go
think
up
you
to,
mean
the
Dark
Chipmunks.
Helmet.
Oh, Dark Helmet. I'm sorry, Dark Helmet. That's right, Spaceballs.
Here's the thing with Dad. He says Darth Vader and baby Yoder.
Yoder. Oh,
Yeah.
making fun of me again.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Well, if you got a good shot, you got to take it.
Yeah, so that's all that's new with me this time around. What's new with everybody else?
Well, Amanda, you got to have something.
Yeah.
I don't, nothing.
No?
No.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mowed my yard 2 days ago, and
Wow.
15 hours later, the weeds came right back up like I never mowed. That was great.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mhm.
miss that. I don't miss that. See, we don't have grass here. So we just have dirt and rocks.
Uh-huh. That's
Yeah.
because you don't have any water.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Rogue Amoeba is a software package that I use to put all this podcasting stuff together. Everything from Loopback to Farrago, and then Audio Hijack. I've talked about it before, but they are now completely on version 2. And they've actually done some really nice upgrades. I didn't necessarily need them. They did say, hey, you don't need to upgrade. The version 1 product will work just fine, but we're not going to provide any more updates to it. And I decided to upgrade because they're one of the few companies that I know of that they still do a, one-time buy and we're going to support our product compared to the monthly subscription thing. So it's a little bit of an investment up front, but it's great software and it works well. So if you're going to podcast or do any kind of media platform stuff on Mac, I think it's a great product to have.
Right. Didn't you have a problem with you didn't have a problem. There was something quirky about the upgrade process or something, wasn't there?
Well, yeah. So, okay. Audio Hijack is, I opened that up and it popped up and said, hey, an upgrade is available. And I said, all right, cool. So I bought it. And then a couple weeks later, I believe it was Farrago that popped up. And so when I went to the website, I'm like, okay, cool. And I realized that they had just here's the bundle. You can upgrade the whole bundle for this price. And I'm like, well, I've already paid for one of them, which the price wasn't bad. So I went ahead and said, whatever, I'll just upgrade Farrago. And Farrago, if you don't know, that's the software application that I can just take sound clips, the intro music, everything like that, put it into the app. I can assign that spot or that clip to a button on a MIDI controller. And then now instead of me having to go to the program and clicking it or anything like that. I just hit a button on the pad in front of me and it automatically plays. So it's a great program. Love it. But then it popped up and said, hey, while you're here, you can upgrade Loopback, which is the virtual audio interface, for $75. I'm like, crap. But when I went to go do it, it said, oh, no. You already have the upgraded version to Loopback. Don't buy it again. I loved that they did that. They literally said, wait, hold on. You already have this product. Don't buy it again, compared to, we don't care if you made a mistake. We're just going to charge you because you put it in the basket. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, sounds like it. And the controller you're using is a Launchpad, right? Launchpad 10?
Yeah, it's the Launchpad 10. You let me borrow it, and I haven't given it back, which, I mean, I think that's kind of a thing that we do.
Yeah, but I have a Launchpad, another Launchpad over here.
Oh, do you have anything set up to it?
I have it set up, connected to my laptop, and I was using it with Ableton, and I have not used it in the past month, but I plan on hooking it back up. I just have it unplugged now because I'm rearranging stuff.
I need to learn how to utilize the Launchpad. I know I can hook it up into Logic Pro and Final Cut Pro, and I can assign tasks to buttons to make editing and everything. I really need to sit down and figure that out, because I think that'd be cool to just have a controller pad and it just does things, you know.
It's real easy. All you have to do is go to the particular control on Ableton or even Logic's, and just click on there's a little tiny button there that says Learn Mode, and all you do is click on it and then hit the button on your Launchpad, and it assigns it to that thing.
Yeah, I heard it was easy. I just need to sit down and figure it out. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
Every time you guys say Launchpad, I just think of Skinwalker Ranch. That's
wow.
That's all I know.
Wow.
Like, are you guys setting off rockets? What are you doing?
We are.
Yeah. So word on the street, Dad, is that you may or may not have located these Street Puddle stickers.
Yes, and they're
Finally.
on. Yes, and
Finally.
I have
the Great Hunt of 2023.
Yes, and the funny thing about that is I have a bunch of soft guitar, gig bags for the guitars, and I probably have about 3 of them. And Mom wanted me to clean up that mess, and so we put them in a plastic bag, and I didn't even check, and that's where they were.
I told you. I figured they'd be in a bag.
Right, but so I got quite a few here, as you can see.
Okay, well, now it's only fair. You have to go to Tim's house, and you have to hide them somewhere.
Right.
At
and
his
I got
house.
a new one to add to it.
So here's my question, though, and I know don't count right now, but I'm really interested to see what the bundle of Street Puddle stickers is. Like, how many are there? Because this is like, 3 or 4 years worth of ordering and collecting stickers.
Yeah, I bet you they're probably a half an inch thick, if not 3/4 of an inch thick.
Well, and I have several more as well that I need to add to the collection, which I eventually will. But no, I think it was Christmas when everybody was at your place. I brought over like 3 guitars or something like that, and I think you just lent me one of your gig bags to bring one of the guitars back home, and then I just went ahead because you gifted me the stickers for Christmas.
Yes.
And then I put them in the gig bag, gave you the gig bag back, and about 5 months it took you to find them.
Yeah, it took them a while. I mean, I'd still be looking for. I didn't even know that they were there. So I mean, this is
if you wouldn't have looked, if we wouldn't have told you, it would have made Christmas really boring next year.
Right. We should try to sell them back to.
Right.
Street Puddle.
Yeah,
Street Puddle. There you go.
Like, if I send 10 stickers back, do I get $1 off?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
I can get a free equalizer with all these stickers.
Yeah, there's nothing on the back that says you can't use them for money, exchange them for money.
I don't know. Somebody needs to think of a crafty way to wrap them up for Christmas this year and then regift them.
Oh, I just thought away.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Speaking of gig bags and guitar cases, let's go ahead and make that our topic for this episode. Because I do think that gig bags, guitar cases, they are an important part of your arsenal, especially if even if you're just storing a guitar at home and you want to give it just a little bit more protection than sitting in a stand. Or if you're going to travel somewhere with it, whether you're going to go to your friend's house or, drive halfway across the country or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're coming back in the first week of October, and Mom had asked me, are you bringing your acoustic with you? I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have room. And she's like, oh, maybe you should bring it with you. And then, Dad can, help you teach you more how to play it. And I'm like, I don't even have a bag for it. Mine didn't come with a bag.
Right.
Should it have?
Right. No.
Yeah. Usually you're not going to get a bag with a guitar unless it's a high-end guitar. Like it's an expensive, I always see them like in the $1,200, $1,300 plus range. I'm sure maybe there are some that come cheaper. Like I think the Traveler guitar is like usually around the $350, $400 range, and they come with a gig bag.
Well, it's because they're made for traveling.
Right, which that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, that's a good question. If I was traveling cross country with it, would I need just like a soft case or like a hard case?
I would say a hard case.
Well, okay. Are you flying or are you driving?
Absolutely not. No, I'm a road warrior.
Okay.
100%. I'm not doing the flying thing anymore. We're not doing that.
Okay.
Not meant to fly.
I would say hard shell just because of it protects the guitar a lot better than a gig bag. Gig bag, there's really no protection on it except for maybe dust or something like that. But
okay.
The hard shell is the best.
How much do those usually run?
You can get them for a fairly reasonable price. I'm not sure how much, but they go all the way up to, you can spend a lot of money for them. Just depending upon how much customization you want on them.
Well, and then the thing you got to look at too is there's different cases and bags for acoustics and for bass and for electric, and especially, I guess for all guitars, you have to make sure that you're getting a case that your guitar will fit in. For instance, I just bought an acoustic gig bag, a soft shell case, has padding protection. But I don't really expect to travel far with it. I just wanted something to give it a little bit of extra protection. But that you want to make sure, okay, what's the overall length of the guitar compared to the width and so on and so forth, because worst thing you can do is go out and spend $60 on a case, get home and find out it doesn't fit.
Right.
That is true.
Now, when you say hard case, what's the difference between a hard case and a molded case? Or are those one and the same?
No, when I say, it depends on your outlook on this. When you say molded, I'm thinking of a hard plastic type case, where that would offer probably the best protection for your guitar, because I do know that some of the older guitars that I bought came in what they call Gibson used to sell what they call a chainsaw case. And it looked like a chainsaw, but it was hard plastic, and you could throw that thing all over the place and it wouldn't break. I think I did break the handle on it one time, but I was able to get a replacement for it and put it on there. But that thing was beat up pretty bad, and it still protected the guitar. The guitar just stayed in the same way it was. No problems with that. Then there's also the wooden case, and they make different variations of that. They make a case that's molded to the guitar, which is wood, which offers good protection also. They also make a rectangle case, I should say, for guitars, and that offers protection, also good protection too. Then they make the gig bag, which is just a cloth type made out of nylon, or you can find them out of leather too and stuff like that. But they offer the least protection.
I think with the gig bags, though, you do have to look at, what you're getting, because I feel like there's a really wide range in the quality of a gig bag. because some is basically just like a canvas cover, and that is it. It doesn't offer any protection other than the dust is not going to get on the guitar. But then they make a better gig bag that actually has like the outside edges have like a foam padding in them, just to give it a little bit of protection. Like I still wouldn't drop it down a flight of stairs, but it wouldn't,
if you dropped it down a flight of stairs, you'd break the neck.
Yeah, it wouldn't last.
It wouldn't last. But I mean, there are gig bags out there that are basically $10 or $12, and they don't offer any protection at all. They're just basically a dust cover.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have stuff that does have foam padding all around it, and it's around the outsides, the top and the bottom, and that offers much better protection. But still, it's only going to offer, minor bumps and stuff and dings and stuff like that. I mean, if you drop a hammer on it, chances are it may not make it. But
yeah, you're probably going to put a dent or a screw. I mean, and again,
it depends on the guitar.
Yeah, acoustic, you're going to probably put a hole in it.
Yeah.
An electric, probably ding it.
Yeah, probably ding it. But then, you start getting up into the wood cases and stuff like that. And, you can get as you said, the molded case for the guitar, which is a wood molded case, or you can get the chainsaw type, which is a molded plastic case. I don't even know if they sell those anymore. I haven't really seen them around. But, and then you can get the rectangle ones. And they do make a case that is metal, very high end. I think they're around $300 or $400.
Like I don't think I've ever seen a metal case. I've seen the wood.
Right, but when you're talking about concert, guitarists that play, like let's say Joe Bonamassa, somebody's playing professionally,
mm-hmm.
they would have something like that to protect their equipment. They would have a box or something where they can put 3 or 4 guitars in, and they're strapped down, and then it's they're actually made for shipping and stuff like that and transportation.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen those. They're like black, and they have like metal kind of edges or whatever to kind of, I've seen those.
For bumps and things, because they're moving them in and out of the venues. So,
okay, so like we've talked about using the bags for traveling, but like what if just for storing? Would you use a bag for storing, or?
Well, here's my opinion on it, is I wouldn't, gig bags are pretty good, but when it comes to high heat or high humidity conditions, they really don't offer that much protection. I would go with a wood type,
or just a hard case.
Hard case, yeah. And I would use something like, if you got, they do sell humidifiers for acoustic guitars where you can put them inside the sound hole, and they keep the guitar at the correct level of moisture.
Look, I don't even have a humidifier for me. I'm not buying one for my guitar.
There you go.
I'm not going down that road.
There you go. Yep. I know the feeling.
If the guitar is just sitting in your house and your house is temperature controlled, you're probably going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never had any problems.
But if you're going to, and then plus you're playing it and stuff like that, but if you're going to store it somewhere for any extended amount of time, you'd want to, they sell those packets or whatever that'll either add humidity to the air, or it'll take humidity out if it's too high. Inside the house though, the chiclet packets are a prime example. That's what they're,
the silica gels.
Yeah, they're designed while the product is in the box and sitting in the warehouse and traveling. It's designed that if it gets into areas that have high moisture, draw that moisture out of the air so it doesn't affect the piece of electronic or the guitar or whatever.
Right. Mm-hmm. They use them all over the place.
Interesting.
Now, for I have a case, and I think I paid around $100 for it because I was just getting ready to travel halfway across the country for a month for a school, and I wanted to bring my Strat with me. So I picked up a Gator hardshell case, and that's molded. and it'll fit just about any Strat style without any issue. Anything outside of that, it won't fit. But that thing actually has a lock and key on it, so you can lock it up, and it's actually TSA approved. So if you're going to fly somewhere with your instrument, you should probably look into something that's TSA approved.
True. And get an AirTag.
Yeah, and get an AirTag or some sort of NFC tracking device. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I just picked up a gig bag for my acoustic, and because I'm not playing it every day. I'm playing it more now, actually. But when it sits, it just starts collecting dust. And so you're trying to keep it clean and so on and so forth. And I'm like, man, if this is going to sit around for a little bit, I'd like to have some sort of case to put it in. Plus, I want to bring it to your house, Dad, so that we can actually go through and make some adjustments to it, because I know that you did some setup to yours.
Yes.
And so I'm kind of interested in that progress. And I think that's a great reason for you, Amanda, to bring yours back home when you visit, so that you can get that set up, and maybe it will help prevent some of that finger pain.
What?
Were you not listening? Were you playing
No.
Candy Crush? What were you doing?
No.
Candy Crush it is.
No, if you get a case and you're coming back home for a visit,
Yep.
you bring your guitar, then you can go through and do a setup on it.
Oh, yeah.
And Dad can show you that stuff, and then now you kind of know how to maintain your own guitar a little bit.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I still need help tuning it. Because, like, I mean, it just sits there, and then I play it, and Dad's like, oh, that sounds, like, really out of tune. I was like, I haven't touched it. Like, how is it not staying in tune?
You should just say, I like metal, everything's out of tune.
There you go. That works.
It's wood.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't know the mechanics. I don't know how it works, so.
I mean, wood expands and contracts.
Okay, well, that makes sense now.
So, sometimes it's put your guitar out of tune. It shouldn't do that too much. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe it.
It's all the earthquakes here.
Yeah,
well,
probably. I think
you're
it's
also
only
still on your original set of strings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, when I got mine, it did not want to stay in tune, and then I replaced the strings, and it didn't take long for them to stretch, do what they needed to do. And now it's just minor adjustments. That's it.
Right. Well, when you come in October, I will put new strings on it for you.
All right.
Oh, you're coming up in October, so are you going to come back then in December?
Nope.
No?
We're not going to do December this year because going through Colorado is a nightmare.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
It's, like, the roads are icy.
I thought you were a road warrior.
Yeah, but not. I mean, here's the thing. We've gone so long without experiencing winter weather conditions that it's like almost like we don't really remember how to drive in it. So when we do have to drive in it, we're just like white knuckle,
Oh, I'm still that way.
Uncomfortable.
You never forget.
I don't know.
It's like riding a bicycle.
No, but I mean, going through all the passes through Colorado, where you're gaining elevation and, it's dangerous and it's not fun.
Yeah.
Well, can't you go south and cut through Texas and Oklahoma and Vegas and all that?
Yeah, we could. I think it adds I don't know. I guess I'd have to look, but I thought it added like a few hours.
Well, I mean,
it's already taking 2 days,
Yeah.
to get out there. It's not ideal. It's not fun to drive with 2 chihuahuas for 2 days and one that's 15 and has uncontrollable diarrhea when we travel. So it's not fun. It's not fun.
Depends.
Yeah, no, she does need Depends.
Oh, wow. But yeah, guitar case, I like them.
And the nice thing about it, you can put your name on it.
Yeah, you can put a couple Street Puddle stickers on it.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, well, has anybody heard any new music? Anything interesting?
No. Well,
I don't know. Amanda, have you heard anything?
No, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of all over the music spectrum right now, but I don't know. I mean, the new stuff that I'm finding is like metal stuff. So you guys aren't gonna know. You're not gonna care.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, okay.
Okay.
No, I mean, okay. What do you listen to music on? What platform? Or, I mean, I know records, right? But
Spotify.
Okay, so you're on Spotify.
Yeah.
I used Apple Music for a really long time, just because, you know, you get into the cult of Mac, and that's what it is. And so what I always hated about Apple Music is no matter what I listened to, no matter how much I listened to it, it would not realize that I like to listen to a certain type of music and recommend music that I might be interested in. It seemed to always want to recommend things that I just assume are paid advertising. So then I started looking at like Spotify and some of those other music streaming platforms that are out there. And I can't remember what it was. Was it, if it was Spotify or one of the others? Maybe it was. If you, like, for instance, searched Metallica, you're not going to find anything by Metallica. You're going to find a million artists that do covers of Metallica.
Really?
And it might not have been Spotify. It might have been one of the other platforms that was.
That almost sounds kind of like Pandora or something.
Could have been. I'm pretty sure that was one that I listened to. But then what happened was, I think for Christmas a couple years back, I got a DJ controller board. And the problem is, okay, how do I play with this? And how do I figure out how to use it? And you can run your own music, which I don't have a lot of, like, I own this music. It's, you know, all that stuff. And you can connect to streaming platforms. And so I looked at those other streaming platforms, and it was a lot of, you know, like I said, cover artists, and I just couldn't find anything that I'm looking for. And then one of them was a streaming platform called Tidal. Mm-hmm. And so I started using Tidal, and now that's exclusively what I use. It didn't take long for it at all to start recommending music that I liked. And, well, now I guess it actually it's kind of all over the place now because I've expanded the music. I mean, when I had to listen to August Burns Red for doing absolutely zero research, apparently my taste is a little heavier now. So they're introducing me to some new things, but it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, again, you pay for it, but I like the service.
Yeah, I don't know about Tidal. I feel like I'm pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Dedicated to Spotify. I don't know why.
It's okay to be on the bandwagon. And it's what everybody says about people who use, the iPhone.
Right. Yeah.
You know. But anyway, so through listening to music on Tidal, and so forth, somehow this band has been around since the 70s, and I never heard of them or anything like that, but it's pretty catchy music. The band's a little weird in my opinion, but the music is catchy. It's kind of like it's rock, but a little heavier than what I normally call rock. Have you ever heard of, Dad, you had to have heard of this band. It's called Ghost.
No.
You've never heard of it?
I've heard of them.
You've heard of them. I don't know why. Yeah. It's catchy. It's just catchy rock music, but there's a little bit of a classical piece to it, you know?
See, when I saw your notes about it, I was like, okay, I've heard of that band. And I think, I personally don't like the music, but I think they're more known for like their concerts and how like, I think the singer, like the vocalist, kind of dresses up. He kind of wears like skeleton face paint, and he dresses like a gothic pope.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's a little
it's weird,
dark,
right? But
yeah.
It's supposed to be a little dark, I think. I think that's part of the theatrics, and I believe that's kind of part of the gimmick. If I remember correctly, it was kind of one of those things where they wanted to get into music. They wanted to be well known. Well, at that time, it was kind of, what kind of gimmicky thing can we do to stand out from everybody else?
Right.
And now that frontman, that singer, I do believe they're on number 4 or number 5 now. So that's the other thing about, you know, the whole costumes and the getup and all that stuff. They can play the storyline when they need to change out people in the band.
Right. Yeah.
So they're performers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's no different than Slipknot. They all wear masks. Right.
Yeah.
I would say most people don't know what a single person from Slipknot looks like. Like in person, you would probably not know.
Right.
What most of them look like.
I consider those performers.
Right. Yeah.
But there are, on the flip side of that, there are musicians.
Yeah.
You know, like Eric Clapton, stuff like that. That I would consider him a musician.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to.
You're
not going to see Eric Clapton, you know, show up in skeleton face paint and.
Right.
It'd be a whole lot cooler if you did.
Yeah.
He would be.
Or put a bucket on his head.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, but I did go back and listen to some of like their top songs, and I'm just kind of like, it's not for me. But.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that some people might argue that it would be like soft metal.
Yeah.
I played some for my wife because I'm like, man, I can't stop listening to the music. It's sort of relaxing. I don't know why, but it is. You know, and she's like, oh, it sounds like 80s rock.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, okay, maybe a little bit.
I could see that. Yeah. What I didn't know they're all the way back from the 70s.
Yeah.
I thought they were like a newer band.
Well, and at one point in time, I think the band members, because that's the other thing too, just like Slipknot, you know, where like nobody really knows who these people are. You know, they're just characters. At one point in time, apparently, and again, don't quote me, but I think like some of the band members left and stepped back and then sued. And these are founding members of the band, but they sued the lead singer or whatever because apparently he was not paying out the money evenly or something like that. I don't know.
This is Slipknot?
No, not Slipknot. Ghost.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. No, Slipknot. Slipknot. It's amazing how popular they are. I'm not a fan.
Big.
I'm not a fan
how
of
can
Slipknot.
Okay, this grinds my gears.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. You're from Iowa.
Yeah.
Like Slipknot is in your DNA.
No.
Okay?
No.
Yeah. Everybody in Iowa has a Slipknot story.
Look, okay, hold on a second. Let's stop. Let's back up. Remember, you were born on Korn. I'm from the East Coast.
Okay, all right. Yeah. No, well, because I was born in Nebraska. So
it's
Nebraska, Iowa, right. What do they say? Corn fed, corn bred.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, but
I just never. I have several friends that are like huge, like Korn, like, and that's Korn spelt with a K, if you're not sure. But I have a lot of friends that are really interested in it, and I'm just like, nah, I don't get it. It's too heavy for me.
I don't like the Korn. They're from here. They're from Bakersfield. So everybody here is like all about Korn. Like Slipknot in Des Moines, everybody's got a Korn story here in Bakersfield.
Yep, sorry. I did say I got them confused.
Oh, you meant your friends like Slipknot.
Yeah, that's I apologize for that. And good. Korn's from Bakersfield?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
And
Do you have any
I
Korn
guess
there?
they come back here. They come back all the time. No, Korn.
Oh, okay.
The band.
It's rock-grown corn.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like you say anything about Slipknot because you know those two bands are like, what would you call them? Like new metal? Ish.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, they were both kind of popular around the same time, right? Like late 90s, early 2000s. And so those were kind of like the two like dueling bands. Like you either kind of like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. Okay.
Oh,
you either like one
there.
or the other. So it's like here in Bakersfield, if you say anything about Slipknot, people are like, no, like they will jump on you. They will attack you.
Wow. That
I'm
sounds
sorry.
like rage.
515.
Yeah, where they where's Slipknot? Are they from like the Coralville area or something?
Des Moines.
No, Des Moines.
They're from Des
Des
Moines.
Moines and Ankeny. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And my mother-in-law used to cut one of their hair. One of them. I can't remember which one it is.
Is that why they wear a mask?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. That's just a joke.
No. But I was thinking, how would you know who they are?
I mean, real, like the real fans would know. Like I know, like what Corey Taylor looks like.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying is that they could walk into. I know that they've been in the music stores.
Oh yeah.
Down in Des Moines here, and how would you even know if they walked in? It's
most people don't. My friend or my husband, a lot of his friends in Des Moines are friends with Sid from Slipknot. And one time, Kyle and I went to the Starbucks in Windsor Heights, and we pulled up, and he goes, "Oh, hey, there's my friends," and he's like, "Oh, hey, there's Sid from Slipknot sitting on his motorcycle." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's Sid from Slipknot." Yeah. It's crazy.
How do you know without his mask on?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does he? Maybe he keeps it in his back pocket. I don't know.
The funny
Get ready
thing
to walk
is,
in the bank.
Sid
I got to match my
from
ID.
Slipknot. Sid from Slipknot is he's with Kelly Osbourne.
She what?
What?
Kelly Osbourne. Okay.
Okay.
They have,
so they're dating or something? Or?
Yes, so they have a child together. And so it's kind of funny because Ozzy Osbourne is known for that one show in Des Moines where he bit the head off of a bat.
I've heard the tales.
Yeah, so that's just kind of funny that
his
daughter ended up with a guy from Des Moines. It's kind of funny. I don't know. But I'm also easily entertained, so I don't know. All right, so we got off track.
Yeah, no,
but,
actually, this episode is it does not have a track. This is a derailed train.
Yeah, it's unhinged at this point.
Yeah.
I think we're all unhinged.
Yeah, that's true. That's the name of our band.
Unhinged.
If it's not already taken. I'm not a big heavy metal, like, rah, 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 rah guy, but I was watching the Jimmy Fallon, The Late Show, a couple days ago, and they had one of the famous K-pop guys on there. I guess he's doing his own solo thing or whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So this guy comes on, and they do a little game, and then they do an interview. And during the interview, the entire time he was talking, it was subtitled. So I was like, why? Why
he
am I
didn't
watching
speak English?
Right. But somehow, some way, Jimmy Fallon knew everything he was saying.
Weird.
Yeah, because there was no translator or anything. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he was just reading the subtitles like I was.
I don't know.
First off, I don't understand why K-pop is a big thing in America. Like, hey, cool, it's a genre. I don't understand why it's huge here.
I've got a theory, but it's a tinfoil hat theory.
All right.
So I'm going to save that for off air. But yeah, I'm not into it. I am not into it at all. I know people that are just like, cuckoo bananas for it. I work with a gal that has like K-pop stars like plastered all over her cubicle. And I'm like, it doesn't appeal to me. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I mean, hey, cool, it's music, whatever. I don't understand why it's so huge, but it just kind of like threw me for a loop when, here I am watching an American talk show and there's no English. I mean, even broken English, I would be like, oh, okay. But the fact that zero English, zero translation, I'm expected to read subtitles. Like that threw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought you meant that. Did he perform like a song?
I don't know if he did or not. I either walked away or changed the channel. I don't recall seeing him perform.
Because I thought you meant that they did subtitles for the song while he was singing.
No, I don't think they would have done subtitles for the song. I think they would have just sung the song and everybody would have been like, I have no idea what you're saying, but it's beautiful.
I think most people don't understand what they're saying, but I think it's the poppy element of it that they probably just enjoy and I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, as they say.
I don't know. It was something that popped up, and I was just like, oh, I'm throwing this on the show notes because it just made zero sense to me. Like,
yeah.
And the audience was cheering louder. This right here is why I think that it's all just a big laugh track, because I've never heard the audience scream, and I've never heard them that loud. And it was almost like you couldn't get them to shut up. And I'm like, okay, laugh track.
We did a studio tour in Burbank not that long ago, and they actually said that they stopped having, most studios in Burbank and Hollywood stopped having live crowds due to the pandemic, right?
Sure.
So now it's just a big empty studio, and they add the laugh track in. So you're probably right, if I were to guess.
Right. Well, they have people in the audience.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, on Jimmy Fallon they do, because some shows he actually gets up into the audience and he interacts with the audience. But I still think that for TV, I feel like they're adding in applause, or I just feel like they're making it bigger than what it really is. I just can't imagine that there's, let's say, 150 people roaming the streets of New York City, and they all show up for K-pop night with Jimmy Fallon, and they're all super fans.
Oh, I forgot. That's recorded in New York.
Yeah.
I thought that was out here. Okay.
No.
Okay, so that might be different. But I would guess they probably have this guy on because he's probably popular right now.
Oh, super popular. Yeah.
I don't think they probably just like pulled his name out of a hat and said, "You'll do."
No.
He's probably got a big following.
Yeah, you'll do. You'll do.
Who is it today? You'll do.
You'll do. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm sure that, because they do that with the movies and everything like that. When they got a movie coming out, they start bringing the actors and the actresses from the movie in. And so, I mean, it's a promotional tool,
Right.
So I totally get that. I get it. There's a lot of, supposedly a lot of fans. I haven't met one yet. So I haven't seen one in the wild, as they say. But the rumor is they're out there.
They're out there.
Yeah.
And they love their anime, and I don't know. Guys, it's not for me.
Yeah. No, I don't get it either, but whatever. Oh, so what do you say? Amanda, do you want to do some music news?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, hold on a second, though. I got a present for you.
Oh, God.
It's time for music news.
Oh, my God. Oh, that was great. Oh, okay, hold on. You have to do a different version for music history, too. You have to do that same thing, but switch out news to history.
We actually are. I'm sorry. We are doing music news, not music history.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
so I need
Dad
to make
took
one
too long. Dad, you took too long.
I didn't do that.
I did that.
Yeah, Tim did it because we've been hounding you to get us an intro.
Okay.
And you're like, I'm still working on Tim's crib. I'll get to
I
it.
thought I broke my microphone. I was screaming into it so loud.
I am. I'm still working on his crib.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right. Great segue. Okay. First thing we got.
Without laughing, can you do it?
Yeah. First thing we got. Okay.
All right.
I used to live in this area, FYI, in Minnesota. Okay. A stretch of Minnesota Highway 5 in the suburbs of Chanhassen and Eden Prairie will be designated as Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway, named after the late artist Prince.
I think this is so cool. They're going to put up purple signs that say Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway. It's like, I said, honey, we're going on a road trip. We're doing it. I'm a Prince
I think they call it Purple Wayne or
Purple Wayne.
Purple.
Is that Purple Wayne? That's the country version where
Purple
John
Wayne.
Wayne comes out. He's like, Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Okay, first of all, is that Prince's full name? Prince Rogers Nelson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His real name is Prince?
Yeah. Prince Rogers Nelson is his birth name.
And he was born in Iowa.
No.
Was he?
Yep.
No way.
Or that he was either born in Iowa or
Nope,
he
born-
lived in Iowa.
No, Prince Rogers Nelson, born June 7th, 1958, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay, well, he lived in Iowa in a house in Valley Junction when he was little because that house is still there.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that could
FYI.
be. That could be. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm
enjoy that road trip.
I'm totally digging this. Like, I don't have too many reasons to go up to Minnesota. They have great fishing up there, but I think I'm going to have to go for a trip just for this one.
Have you been to his, I think they have a studio tour or house tour or something?
Yeah, like his ranch or whatever his property or whatever. Yeah, it's converted into a museum. Apparently, he was a shoehead. He has a lot of shoes.
Really?
Did you know his shoes tie in with Minnesota very well?
Why?
Well, because Minnesota is what? The land of 1,000 lakes and 10 trillion mosquitoes?
Yeah.
I do know that.
Yeah.
Minnesota?
Lots of mosquitoes. Yeah. Minnesota.
So he did, it was While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Prince, Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, and Steve Winwood.
Okay.
No idea.
Yeah, you have to go online and check that video out. Prince comes in as the soloist. It's just absolutely awesome.
Interesting.
So you'll have to check it out for sure.
I'm not a Prince gal.
Still,
I'm going to look into
it. It already
it.
has 9 million views. You can be 9 million one.
Okay. I'm going to look into it just as much as you looked into J.B. Brubaker.
I listened to some August Burns Red and their Christmas album. I would buy that.
Great. Yeah. Yep. They do a Christmas song. What is it? One of the songs from Home Alone. It's fantastic. Moving on, you guys.
Let's do it.
Next, in music news, Billy Corgan paid a hacker to stop leaks of the new Smashing Pumpkins music, the third and final part of the Smashing Pumpkins rock opera, ATUM. Right?
Adam?
Oh, Adam. Okay. Adam.
Like an Egyptian god or something like that.
Oh, really? Okay. Was released on May 5th, but apparently a hacker obtained some of the tracks 6 months prior and demanded financial compensation to prevent leaking the music. Billy Corgan paid out of his own pocket, and the FBI was able to track down the hacker.
Okay, so I couldn't find anywhere where they said how much did Billy Corgan pay, and Billy Corgan has said, when the FBI tracked the hacker down, I don't know what happened after that.
Right.
So there's a little bit that just says this. I mean, it kind of just says maybe this is just some built-up backstory. Yeah, publicity hype or something like that. Now, I remember Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, 1995. One of my at the time, one of my favorite albums. Really liked that. I remember Machina, Machines of the God or of God in 2000, but I don't recall ever listening to the album. And then this new one, Adam, or Adam, ATEM is a translation of ATUM. So I just say Adam, 2023. I might check it out. I mean, Billy Corgan puts out some good music.
This is coming from the guy who said so many episodes back that 90s music sucked and we should just skip that.
I still stand behind that. But there's nothing we can do. It's there. So,
right.
you if you have to listen to it, check it out.
All right.
And okay, not all 90s music absolutely sucked. It just doesn't beat 80s music.
No, well, I mean, look, Spice Girls. Come on. You can't beat the Spice Girls. You can't.
Well, you actually
90s
can,
staple.
but then you end up having to pay a lot of money and go to jail.
Probably. Yeah. That's true.
I think that was what happened to Sporty Spice.
What?
I think is it Sporty Spice? One of the Spice Girls. Yeah, really
happened?
I don't know, really nasty. Ended up in a really nasty divorce or something like that.
That's Mel B. That's Scary Spice.
Scary Spice. Yeah, well, there should have been a red flag.
Okay, well, moving on. Number 3, Aerosmith is hitting the road for their, quote, farewell tour, unquote, called the Peace Out Tour. A few band members, including Steven Tyler, have said it's not goodbye, just farewell. Whatever that means.
I'm going to do it again. Goodbye, farewell.
Oh my God.
No.
But they're going to hit the road?
Yeah, they're going to hit. I mean, Steven Tyler, what? He's like 75.
Yeah, he's old.
But to be that old and actually literally hit the road?
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to hurt.
Well, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's a low blow.
So I do know that not all the members of Aerosmith are going to be on the tour. I think, or tour. I don't know. I always say tour. I guess, and I don't remember which band member or whatever, but I know that at least one of them said, nope, I'm not going on the tour. I'm going to stay at home with my family, so on and so forth. But I don't know. I kind of like when I start to see bands be like, oh, it's our last big hoorah. Like, is it really though?
No, because they typically always come back. Because Fleetwood Mac has done that several times, and then they came back.
They come back.
Well, they were supposed to come back, and then Christine McVie passed away.
Yeah, they come back only when they need money.
Right.
I kind of think so, yeah.
Yep. I mean, Steven Tyler's been at the Iowa State Fairgrounds a few times, I think. I know we went and saw him once.
Yeah, Mom ran into him into the Whole Foods.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
right.
he did.
He's just walking with his chick. My mom's like, she looks young enough to be his daughter. I was like, okay.
Probably was. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But
no, the wife said, "Oh, it's the last one. We have to go. They're going to be in Chicago. They're going to be in Kansas City." And I'm like, "Okay,
it's never the last one.
If you can even get your hands on these tickets, we'll talk about it."
Yeah, they're probably going to be like the Swiftie tickets. Probably going to be like $1 million for a nosebleed. Have you seen any of the videos of the Taylor Swift concerts?
No.
That people paid so much money for, and all they're basically able to see is just a big screen of her. They can't even actually see her because they're so far back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that kind of got me thinking, is that even worth it?
Well, I had that problem at the Iowa State Fair. The first concert I went in the grandstand, we were all the way over on the left side. You couldn't even see the stage. You were watching it on a light bulb TV. I mean, it wasn't even LED. And I was like,
yeah.
What, we paid for this? Why?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
that's how I think I would feel about it.
Yeah, especially when you're talking $1,000+ for a ticket up in the nosebleeds. Like, you got to watch out for airplanes coming by.
Yep.
Right.
But I want to go. I would love to go see Metallica before they stopped touring. And they came somewhere. I don't remember where. They were coming close to home. And I'm like, oh, we're going to road trip. Let's go. And it was like the cheapest ticket was like $600. And I'm like, I think I'm just going to spend the week streaming them because I can't justify $600.
Yeah. That's like Blink-182 is about to do, I think it's called the When We Were Young tour in Vegas in October. And even just for tickets for those, it's like, I think $500 a person. And I'm like, I just can't justify that.
No, I think
crazy.
what they need to do is the same thing that they did during the pandemic with movies. Because the movie theaters were shut down, you could pay, it would cost you $20, but you can rent the movie while it was in the theaters. I think they should do is just like UFC. Hey, Metallica's playing in Chicago. It's going to cost you $100, but you can stream it from home.
But is that really worth it?
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
But then you're not having the experience of seeing, one of your favorite bands or, your favorite idol in person.
I guarantee you I'm going to be closer to the band by watching them on TV than what I'm going to be in the actual arena. Because in the actual arena, I'm going to be 500+ feet away, but the cameras on TV are going to be up close and personal. So I'm actually going to be closer to the artist through the TV for cheaper than going to the venue.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I guess. I don't know.
The next episode, this was 21. It's going to be 22 next. I think we have are we doing a Wheel of Musician episode for the next one?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay. Who is
I'll
it
have
again?
to send you guys some.
Because I stopped caring after Amanda won again.
All right. You know what?
That was fixed.
It's Ryan E. Parrish. Yep. And we will talk about him next time. I'll send the both of you some examples.
Okay.
I expect you to at least listen to 20 seconds. Give it the 20-second mark.
10 seconds more. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll listen to the whole thing.
Okay.
I might be asleep, but I'll listen to it.
See, Dad is the overachiever here. Be like Dad. Be like Dad.
He sets the example.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, so we'll do that. So we'll do and then are we going to spin the wheel again or just do?
No, I think we'll just, we'll do an episode on Ryan E. Parrish, and then we'll be back, episode number 23, we'll come back and talk, hopefully by episode number 23, we will have a 60-second jingle. I think we need to shoot for that.
We forgot to talk about that.
Yeah. So I know I've been playing around with that a lot more, but then I got sidetracked and had to make a jingle for music news.
Right.
Which
well worth it,
paid
in
off,
my opinion.
Your expression, it paid off for me. So
it was worth it. Yeah. It was worth skipping the practicing. I have been practicing so much. Dad, what's that behind you? Look to your left. What is that? I haven't been practicing at all.
What?
What?
I heard that. I got headphones on.
I forgot you could hear me. I totally forgot you could hear me.
What? I got headphones on. Come on.
No, but I've been practicing so much, guys.
Yeah. Wink, 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 wink.
I am a professional acoustic guitar player now. But all right, guys.
That was great.
Yeah. Got an outro. You ready for the outro?
I'm ready.
Okay,
outro.
Let's go. Well, folks, that about wraps it up for this episode of Tips and Tricks that you may or may not use. As always, you can reach us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar and via email pandemicguitar@icloud.com. That's right. Feel free to send us questions, comments, or some good insults that I can throw Tim's way. Until next time, keep on playing or don't. We won't tell.
I like it. Good job.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. I'm out of here. All right. See everybody in 2 weeks.
Yep.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.